The day the birdie pooped on me, I had a quarter in my bra. I don't know how it got there, had it traveled very far. The coin was sealed up pressed in ice against my warmish breast. Upon the coin's discovery, I put it to the test. I flipped it up and round the little quarter span. It spent so much time in the air, I sipped pee from a bedpan. Yummy yum, my sick mind thought, the taste of tepid urine. I noticed white spludge on the car and thought, that looks alluring. I might as well, my sick head thought, and to the car I stepped. I might as well go try that shit like the quarter on my breast. And if I ate bird poopy, why, the local kids would cry. They'd scream with their ice creams in hand. Why, look at that neat guy. He drinks the pee, he flips the coin, and something else indeed. He hungers for white poopy, and that's something all gals need. Our bones are white, and so the toes of Erling Lapton gray. And so I gussied up myself to eat the poop that day. But coming up to the windshield, I noticed something troubling. 'Twas like the crap was stapled on. It wasn't even crumbling. No, I'd never eat bird poopy off this old car window, never. Then a thought came in my mind. Why, it'd be better if it was fresher. And so up to the sky I peered and hoping for a drop. I called to the king pigeon queen, make my mouth your butt's next stop. Lay your poopy far and wide, across my face, across my thighs, from the beautiful Reseda skies, some white bird poopy in my eyes. And in my mouth, oh yes indeed, I ask you with a humbled bow, let a pigeon queen fly over me and defecates into my mouth. And just at that ripe second, I saw a movement from the tree. And just as I got ready, I saw a squirrel laughing at me. Oh, go away, 'tis not your work, to the little squirrel I cried. The squirrel stopped laughing, got real stern, and looked me in the eye. Listen up, you motherfuck, my name is Squirrely D. I run this park, I run this land, and I own this fucking tree. And all these birds, they are my hoes, and I love them all indeed. They find the acorns, pick them up, and then bring them all to me. And so perhaps you ask yourself of my hostility? All my life I've been in love with that fine bumblebee. Over there up in the rows, you see that yellow bumper? I want to buy her flowers, and good Lord, I want to hump her. I want to make squirrel BBs and give them all a pat. I'd drop my pimping game right now if I could just have that. And so I thought, I'll help that squirrel for the good of all the land. And then the birds will all be free to poop on me and not the sand. So to the bee I bumbled up and tapped her on the wing. You see that squirrely over there? I think he's the real thing. He loves you deep and wide like the mighty state of Texas. He wants to have your babies and buy you a bumble Lexus. And if you ask me my opinion, ma'am, as I looked her in the eye, I think you ought to buzz up there and give that squirrel a try. And so the little bumble blushed and got all kinds of flirty. She buzzed up there right next to him and started talking to the squirrely. He gave me a nod and then a wink and headed up the tree and screamed at the top of his squirrely lungs, I'm set now, the birdie's free. The branches shook and from the leaves there came a fluttering sound. Suddenly, birds everywhere, my heart began to pound. I leaned my head back, open mouth, and then began to wait. Anxious, I was standing there, just hoping for a taste. Finally came number one. The birdie flew right past the sun and looked at me and said, hey, you, get your face ready for number two. And there I was, up in the park, and it was almost getting dark. The birdie squawked, then came the goo. And that's the day I ate bird poo.